What's up everyone, Kwame here, back in with another video. And as you saw by the title, today I want to share with you some unique but useful gifts that you can get any photographer in your life. Last minute gifts. They're not physical, so you don't have to worry about getting them before, shipping them or anything like that. So the first one is a subscription. Now, I've been using service like Creative Live, LinkedIn Learning, and Kelby Training for I don't even know how long. And I've gotten so much, not just learning and like knowledge from these services, but also inspiration, like seeing some of these photographers, some of these videographers. And in the case of like LinkedIn Learning and Creative Live, they also have like the business side of photography for people who want to get into like using this medium of photography or video as a career. That's a great way to go because you're going to learn from people who are doing it. It is not just, here are 10 steps to become a successful photographer. These videos like on Creative Live, they give you step-by-step breakdown of like how to price your photography, how to package your photography, so how to market it and things like that. So I've used them all. I haven't used Kelby Training in a long time, but I go to their website, they still have really great stuff. And if you're watching this in December, I wouldn't be surprised if all three of these sites have some kind of deals going on. So that's a great thing to get a photographer. A lot of the times, we're not going to buy something like that for ourselves because we think, oh, we need the gear. But I think more importantly than gear is a place for knowledge and a place for inspiration. And all three of these websites, you can do that with. Next are two documentaries about photographers that I absolutely love. And both of these photographers have changed the way that I view photography and view the work that I do. First one is Gordon Parks and then Jay Maisel. Now there's a new documentary about Gordon Parks that I haven't watched yet. It's on HBO or you can get it on Hulu. And it's called, I have to look at it here, A Choice of Weapons Inspired by Gordon Parks. I haven't looked at that one yet, but there is one on YouTube and I will leave a link down here below. You can find it. It's on YouTube if you wanted to like download it and, give it to the person. It's him narrating his life, talking about, some of the pictures he took and just, sharing his life. And for a person like me, seeing Gordon Parks and the work that he did was really inspiring. And I remember watching that first documentary maybe 10, 12 years ago on, I forgot how I watched it, but it was an amazing documentary and it just really opened my eyes to photography. And again, this new one came out in 2021, so check that out. And then the next one is called Jay Myself by Stephen Wilkes, on one of my favorite photographers, my other favorite photographer, I should say, Jay Maisel. This one documents his move from in 1970 something, he bought a bank, like a legit bank, and he's moving out of it. And so this documentary is the process of showing him moving out, all the things he collected, but also just gives you an understanding about the guy. Jay is 92 years old, he's turning 92 in January. He's a legend. Like there aren't many. There's like Michael Jordan. There's the Kobe Bryants, the Babe Ruth. Jay Maisel is in that league for photographers. I tell everyone, if you want to take better pictures, watching one of these two documentaries will truly not just help you like the technical side of it, like Creative Live and those places, but these are like the inspirationals, the everyday people going out with the camera and just documenting their lives. That's really what they both did. And sure, our works may not be, the longevity of our works may not be what it is with these two, but for our kids and grandkids and kids, the great grandkids and all, further down the line, our pictures now are going to be important. Number 3, a podcast. Now, obviously you're not paying for this, but there are 3 podcasts that I listen to on a regular basis, and I would highly recommend sharing these podcasts with other photographers. One is This Week in Photo. I've been listening to that podcast since it was on the Twit network with Alex Lindsay, Leo Laporte and some other people. Scott Bourne, I think, was on there. And then Frederick Johnson took over. He was on a regular, then he took over, and he's been killing it ever since. And I absolutely look forward to This Week in Photography. For me, I'm not gonna lie, you guys, like some of the work that I do, is aspirational to be interviewed by This Week in Photography. I'm not that I want to be, but like I always think like if one of them found one of my videos, like would it be of the quality that they would want to talk to me about whatever I was talking about. The next one is by the podcast by Derek Story. I've been following him since he was on This Week in Photography. He has so many episodes. Every week he's very consistent with his podcast. He does it once a week by himself. It's it's so informative. I learned so much from his podcast. And then the last one, the one I started listening to recently, is by Ant Pruitt, Hands On Photography. It is, again, another great tutorials, great guest. I was a subscriber to his YouTube channel before he went to Twit. I was very proud to see that he went to work with Leo Laporte and those guys. So definitely check out his Hands On Photography podcast. Number 4, I don't think I said number 3 before, but number 4, a gift experience. So there are so many classes, and now that the world is kind of opening back up, you can do in-person classes, you can do like week-long on-location classes. So I would definitely, if you have the funds, now this one is a little bit more, is I guess over the $100, but if you have a little bit more funds, or you really love or like the person, hook them up with a photography trip. There are so many, you guys, and one of the best ways to get hands-on experience is by going to a hands-on workshop, and not just like in the classroom, let me show you how to use Lightroom, which is good, but if you want to get better at like taking pictures and learn how to use your camera, well, take a class, go on a safari, do something really cool. And you don't have to go halfway around the world, but you can. There's trips into Yellowstone, Grand Tetons down in Florida, street photography workshops, all kinds of workshops. So I would definitely look at a workshop. I will put a link down below to a couple that I know of. I haven't taken any of these workshops, but they are from people that I trust and respect. And lastly, shameless plug, tell them about my website. If you've made it this far, I really do appreciate it. But if you are interested in this and you have photographer friends or family members who might be interested in what I do, share my website. Share my YouTube channel or website. However, there are many other YouTube channels to follow. I will leave a link down below to 5 of my favorite photography related YouTube channels. What I love about all 5 of these channels is that they're not trying to sell you presets all the time. They're not trying to sell you courses. They are, they're just channels about photography or video in some cases. But yeah, check that out. So there you go. That's my 5 quick, unique gifts that I think are very useful and people should get value out of. Thank you as always for watching this video. If you've made it this far, please hit the like and subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.